What's up? It's the City Girl.
What's up, y'all? I'm Bailey Zimmerman.
Hey, it's Raul Alejandro, and this is Billboard News.
Billboard News.
Period.
Welcome to the Hot 100 Show. I'm Tetris, and we're going to be counting down the top 10 on the chart, and we have the best people to do it with, our experts from Billboard's chart team. Along with Adam, who will be out in the streets talking to fans. He's a creator that loves the charts almost as much as I do. All that's left to do is run it down. This is the Billboard Hot 100 Top 10 for the week dated August 23rd. In the top 10 for the first time is Soda Pop.
You're my soda pop, my little soda pop.
So we're having a huge moment with K-pop on Hot 100 right now, specifically fictional K-pop with K-pop Demon Hunters. Soulja Boy has just entered the top 10.
Don't want you, need you, yeah, I need you to fill me up.
I really like the Soda Pop song. It's it's just so catchy.
Yes.
So
How many times have you watched it?
Too many.
Too many.
I probably made the top one of people watching on Netflix with my kids.
Well, that's why I love it too, because I feel like any age demographic could really enjoy that movie and relate to it. I think it's beautiful.
You're my soda pop, my little soda pop.
Personally been like listening to the songs like nonstop. They're really good.
Have you heard of Soulja Boys?
I have not. What is that?
Just can't get enough.
Up to 9 is Shaboozey.
Someone pour me up a double shot of whiskey. They know me and Jay Dale's got a history.
I'm sure you've heard this song, a bar song, Tipsy, Shaboozey.
That's still on.
It is still in the top 10.
They know me and Jay Dale's got a history.
Shout out to Shaboozey.
Shout out to Shaboozey.
That's a long time.
Yeah, that's great. Just for
70 weeks.
Yeah.
He's still up there.
Yeah, what I think it is, I think it's just the perfect song for all year round. It has a great summery feel, and so when I saw it still charting the top 10 this summer, I'm like, okay, that makes sense, because it's kind of like that song that won't go away, because you can associate it with any time of year.
No, it won't go away because he's smart and he named it a bar song, so bars feel obligated to play it. It's a bar song. It's meant for the bars. It's meant for tipsy people.
It's meant for the bars.
Go to a bar to get what?
Tipsy.
Everybody at the bar getting tipsy.
Just in Case falls to 8.
Every now and then I go get a taste, but I never fall in love, baby, just in case.
You know, Morgan Wallen, he's a legend. You know, he's someone that has, you know, he makes great music and music that connects with a lot of people. So, you know, as a country artist, someone who, you know, loves the space, and I pay respect. And you know, Morgan's I met Morgan, and he was a good homie. You know.
But I never fall in love, baby, just in case.
And there are numbers 10 through 8 with Soda Pop jumping into the top 10. Fellas, are you feeling the fizz?
Yeah, Soda Pop is crazy. Like, as we've talked about a lot, the K-pop Demon Hunters, it's really become a phenomenon, and now this is the third song from that soundtrack to reach the top 10, which is crazy. It hasn't happened in, how long was it? It's 28 years?
Yeah, and since 1997, a couple times back then. So yeah, it's something that we haven't seen in such a long time. And the fact that these songs, you know, it's not that they just exploded, you know, the same week the soundtrack came out. Like, these songs have been growing over the past several weeks and months. So this is such an organic phenomenon and something that people are really diving into. And just given how much that they've been hanging around, you know, these songs look like they could be contenders throughout the fall, winter. Like, this could just really be the beginning of it.
Yeah, this might not even be the end of it. There's 6 other songs from the soundtrack that are on the Hot 100 this week, and they're all up from last week. So who knows, you know, how many are going to be reaching it, you know, in the months to come.
I feel like maybe they could pull like a Taylor Swift, like, will all the songs take over the top 10?
It might. Like, that's not out of the question. Like, I also just, like, think it's crazy how, like, you know, there have been so many great movies and, like, movie soundtracks over the past, like, the 21st century, but none of them had 3 top 10 hits until this one. Like, you think Moana even, or Encanto, like, really big movies, but nothing until K-pop Demon Hunters. It's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, these songs, you know, compared to something like Encanto or Moana, like, these songs are pop songs. You know, K-pop is big on the charts. We've been seeing this for the last decade or so, and these songs are baked into the movie. It's, you know the words by the end of the movie because they play so many times. So I think it makes a lot of sense, you know, why it's doing so well. And, you know, you asked about, you know, kind of Taylor Swift style takeover. On the global charts, right now it's 4 out of the top 5 on the Global 200. So we're already kind of on the way to that.
That is incredible. And we got to talk about the other 2 songs that played, Shaboozey and Morgan Wallen. What I think is interesting about those 2 is that neither has a music video. How do you feel about them 2 killing the charts right now?
Yeah, I mean, obviously with Shaboozey, I mean, we're in summer 2025. This was a big hit in summer 2024. So this song literally is, you know, just dominating a year. I mean, the fact that you see some of these new songs with K-pop and Demon Hunters come through, these stalwarts that have been hanging on. And I think the video kind of shows that it's just this perfect song, all weather. I don't even know if like that. I didn't even think about the SEO game. Like if you type in bar song, on Google or Spotify or whatever, it's going to be right there. So clearly it's a song that people love and just can't get enough of. And similar with Morgan Wallen, we've seen him dominate so many times with so many different songs that he doesn't need a music video. People know to go search for Morgan Wallen songs or listening to the album, top to bottom in a lot of ways, finding a lot of different hits at the same time, both in streaming and in radio. So, again, a video could only help Morgan, but clearly he doesn't need it to, have a hit.
He doesn't, but I do feel like it might be strategic for them, where obviously the song with Tate McRae is the one that's the highest on the chart right now by Morgan. But I think they could be, maybe there is a music video for Just In Case, but they're just, the team at Republic are hanging on to it until the moment is right, and then he'll get another #1 with that song, and that might be the way that they can boost it to the top. We'll see.
And I feel like Shaboozey has teased it a lot of times in interviews, but he said that they might have a song together. Can you imagine what that would do on the charts?
If you combine those powers, that's a lot of chart points. Last year when a bar song made it to #1, it was in the top 2 with Morgan Wallen's song with Post Malone, I Had Some Help. So, these are two of the most powerful forces on the charts in the last couple of years. That would be kind of scary.
You look at what Shaboozey did, obviously, bar song, 19 weeks at #1, Morgan Wallen's Last Night back in 2023, 16 weeks at #1. So, not only do these guys know how to make hits and #1 hits, but they get songs that last up there months and months at a time. So put them together, record books better watch out.
Yeah. Listen, I am ready for the track, but we do got more charts to get to, so let's see what's at #7. Teddy Swims rises to 7.
This song has spent so long in the top 10. What are your thoughts on that?
I feel like the song's been out for a while, right? That's surprising, but I think well-deserved. It's a great song. I love Teddy Swims.
I guess it makes the pain I went through super necessary, I'm super grateful that now that person broke my heart, and shattered it. And I think it's so great to know that that pain is necessary because it got me to this place. And, pain is paying the bills still, so.
Yeah, so good. I'm excited for him and that he's having this big moment right now.
Daises is down to 6.
I've been a believer since day one, so when I heard about it, I was like, oh, I cannot wait. The day it came out, I was listening to it at work. I saw a TikTok and they were like, oh, I've had this before. It's the Bieber fever. And I was like, oh, 100%.
It's back, it's back.
I know he hadn't made music in a while. I've been a fan since I was a baby. I know he's kind of going through a little something right now as far as everything with publicity and stuff like that. It's been all over the place. But the album itself, I think it's really good. Daises is a super special song. It's cool to see him find a new sound.
There's no way he's come out of retirement. He said he wasn't, and then when I actually saw that it actually was out, I was like, oh my god, maybe we'll get a tour. Maybe he'll actually come back. And I was like, I would go into debt for that.
Yeah, Daises is a great pop record. I'm so happy we're seeing it in the top 10 right now.
You got me all in my head.
Ravyn Lenae climbs to #5.
I personally am really happy because Love Me Not is finally charting in the top 10 on the Billboard Hot 100 after charting for so many weeks. What are your guys' thoughts on this song and its takeover this summer?
I've always liked seeing Black artists have their success and have their moment, so it makes me really happy that she's getting the flowers that she deserves finally.
Top 5, Queen.
That song, oh my god, it's been everywhere.
Yeah.
She performed at Coachella and it was even better live. She's such a good live singer. That song got everyone singing. It's been all over TikTok and it was great live, so it's a really good song. I really like it.
Soulja Boys appear again, bringing your idol to 4.
Now, what is your favorite song from the movie?
Mine is Your Idol.
In your mind now, too late, 'cause you're mine now.
While I was watching the films, the music was the best part of the film. They really put in so much work into the songs.
My favorite's Your Idol.
Idol.
Yeah.
Period.
You're down on your knees, I'ma be your idol.
So Adam found a lot of believers out there in the streets. Do you guys believe?
Oh, I believe.
Oh, you believe?
I do.
Tell them, testify.
Daises is such a good song. I was kind of shocked it didn't debut at #1. I feel like people were so excited for Justin Bieber to come back, and I thought it was a great song. It was a new sound for him, and it stuck around in the top 10 since it debuted. So time might come. We'll see.
Yeah, I think people are really excited about it. I mean, this song debuted at #2 last month. It's basically like gone down one position every week. It is sliding down, but it was also the greatest gainer in airplay this week.
Yeah.
So I think now that radio's starting to kick in, we could see it, at least not fall down anymore, maybe stabilize, maybe get back into the top 5, maybe get closer to #1, I don't know.
It also doesn't have a video yet, so that might be, it could absolutely boost it as well. And I also know they're working Yukon, which is a little lower on the chart outside the top 10 as one of the singles right now. So maybe both of those songs are competing for radio at the moment. But maybe once that drops off a little, then Daises could climb after that.
And then of course you got He Loves Me Now. That song is so good. Like, for people that don't know, where did Ravyn Lenae come from?
Well, Ravyn Lenae's been at this for a while. I mean, I know so a lot of people feel like she's an overnight success, but she's actually, been out for several years through different companies. She's had a big album, Hypnos, that was really a big fan favorite, a critical favorite a couple of years ago, but now really for the first time, capitalizing on the commercial gains. This song, even itself, a sleeper hit. It feels like it may have just come out of nowhere in the past couple of months, but this song has been percolating, since the end of last year, slowly making its way, slowly building through TikTok and other, just organic fan support. So the fact that it's coming through now, obviously a very, very big radio hit and getting her that mainstream attention. It's one of those stories where it feels like it just happened to her 8 minutes ago, but this is 8 years in the making. So it's always good to see that payoff for somebody.
Yeah, I think the first week that it was on the chart is when I saw her in New York a few months ago at the Blue Note Jazz Club, and it's a pretty small room. It's like 200 people, definitely like big core fans. And this song was the last one that she did, and you could just feel how celebratory it was. She knew that it was kind of on the rise, and her fans were really excited to see that for her.
Yeah. And I think it's just exciting to see a fresh face in the top 10. We see Morgan Wallen, we see Justin Bieber, even like people who've been in the top 10 before, and they're familiar faces. But for Ravyn, she's kind of a newcomer to the top 10. This is her first top 10 hit, so it's exciting to see some new blood in there.
And she's really also been very big at supporting it on her social channels. Like every week when the song kind of hits a new peak or hits a new milestone, she's the first one out there celebrating it, really excited this is happening for her. So to see her investment in it, I think just makes it that much richer for all her fans.
Yeah, totally. I mean, it's not even just her first top 10, it's her first song on the Hot 100.
Yeah.
So that's, this is really exciting. It's a really exciting breakthrough this year for her.
And you talk about how Ravyn could seem like an overnight success, but I feel like people said the same thing about Teddy when he first started, but now his song is never leaving the chart. Like, what is going on? Teddy went up a spot this week. Are we ever gonna see Lose Control go away?
It doesn't seem like it. This is its 104th week on the chart, which it already broke the record as the longest charting hit ever, and now it's really just in a league of its own. It was the first song to get to 100, and now the sky seems to be the limit at this point. Like, it's not slowing down. It still has so much radio play. People are still streaming it. Like, I'm not really sure what's next, but it's hanging around.
Yeah, I mean, it's back up to #7. It's been in that 7, 8, 9 range for a while. I don't think it's been higher than this since April. So it doesn't feel like momentum has waned at all, even though we're 100+ weeks in. I think this is the 74th or 75th week in the top 10. It's a pretty crazy run for this song.
It's one of those ones that people have kind of been wondering if an album bomb is going to wash it out. People thought Morgan Wallen would do it. I mean, obviously the next milestone is Taylor Swift's album, where the last couple times she's been out with new material has taken over the entire top 10, even last time top 14. So it feels like if it can survive the life of a showgirl, then really who knows what's going to happen. That's kind of the next milestone to watch for in the next about 8-9 weeks. And if it gets past that, then yeah, I mean, it might never leave.
I mean, look, but the Life of a Showgirl we hear from Taylor is only 12 songs. If that came out this week, Lose Control would only fall to 19 or 20. It wouldn't even go recurrent. So it really could be along a lot more time for this song.
It may take Taylor Swift and K-pop Demon Hunters combining for that might be
If they released a joint album or something, then that might be what it takes.
Well, listen, you guys are dangling candy in front of my face. You can't talk about Taylor Swift. I'll go on a whole nother tangent. But speaking of Demon Hunters, we did see Soulja Boys have another track in the top 10. What will Huntrix do? Well, here's 3 through 1. Morgan and Tate are up a spot.
Are you into Morgan Wallen at all? No? Okay. Because he's also having a big moment in the top 10 right now. His collaboration with Tate McRae, which has reached #1 in the past, is still charting. You heard that song?
Yes.
What are your thoughts on that?
I actually like it. I think I like Tate McRae though. Yeah.
So you like Tate McRae as the feature on the song. Okay, perfect.
There are no hard feelings if you only wanna act like lovers do for a night or two.
While Golden drops to number 2.
I think Golden is really solid. It's very empowering and catchy.
Golden we recently saw hit #1 too, which was such a big moment for just the K-pop genre in general.
It's really just been having such a big moment, like bringing together families. People who don't even like K-pop have really been enjoying it.
I think it's a good gateway because people don't always understand like what everyone loves about K-pop, but to see the movie do so well, like people understand like, oh wow, like maybe I would actually be into this.
I think it's great that K-pop is starting to kind of get its flowers in America and the charts like the way that it deserves. So I hope this is a stepping stone for other K-pop groups to see that same success.
I love how the artists behind the group are getting their flowers too. I've been a Rayami fan for so long, so seeing her get her flowers and having that #1 moment was so special.
And returning to number 1 for a 10th week is Alex Warren with Ordinary.
Ordinary by Alex Warren, which has spent week after week at #1. Do you guys know this song? Are you a fan?
I've heard of him before.
I don't recognize the name, but I think if I heard it, I would know.
Do you guys like the song?
Yes.
Okay.
It's all over TikTok and people doing like the trends and everything. But I mean, when I heard that like it was like blowing up, I was really happy about it because I was like, I like the song.
To see that everyone loves it, I think it's so great.
Yeah, it's just a beautiful love song. The music video is beautiful too with his wife Cover. I'm so happy to see him having this moment right now.
Ordinary returns to #1 for a 10th week, even though it seems like maybe not everybody knows the song. What is going on there?
I was actually kind of surprised to see it get back to #1. You know, after 9 weeks on top, I was like, all right, maybe its run has finished. It had a great run, but no, it took a remix from Luke Combs of the song where both of them teamed up for it to get back there. And so it had big gains in streams this week, and they performed it together. I believe it was at a music festival recently, right? And they released the version on streaming, and it gave it a boost to push it back to #1. So yeah, we'll see if it can get to 11 or 12, but yeah, it hits that 10-week milestone.
Yeah, it feels kind of reminiscent of Lose Control by Teddy Swims as a song that's just kind of like comfortable. It's gonna get more and more familiar the longer it's on the chart, but it's, you know, an easy song to hear on the radio. It's not offensive, it's not, too loud, too much of one genre or another. It's, I think it's a song that's going to stick around for a very long time. It already has already.
It blends in, I think.
Yeah, I mean, to that point, I think people, when you think of a 10-week #1, you probably sit there and think, okay, it's hit its peak and it's kind of just like cresting down and waiting. This song really, in terms of its performance, is really peaking now. So it's not even that, we're past the hump and kind of just waiting for that next song to come through inevitably. This song is still, making its case very strongly at radio, doing extremely well with streaming. Obviously, it gets the bump from the Luke Combs remix as well. But, even next week when that kind of subsides, like this thing is still really at its peak performance. So it's going to take a song, kind of like what Golden did last week, to overcome it. It's not going to be enough for, the songs at 3, 4, 5 to just kind of wait its turn to get out of #1. You're going to have to come and take it if you really want it.
And then you have that one fan that clearly loved Tate McRae on the Morgan Wallen collab. So did you guys ever see those two working together? And what do you feel about her involvement in the track?
Yeah, it's kind of a surprising collab. She's a pop artist, he's a country guy. And, this worked out really well for both of them. Obviously, it debuted at #1 a few months ago. And it's as high as Tate's ever been. She had never had a #1 song on her own, so it really paid off for them to work together on it.
And of course, we have to talk about Golden. So there was so much chatter online about like it being the first all-female K-pop song to hit #1. So what do you think about all the chatter that it was about Golden being #1 and it falling to #2 this week?
I think it's exciting. As we discussed last week when it hit #1, it was the first all-female song by an all-female group to hit #1 since Destiny's Child back in 2001 with Bootylicious. So it's been a long time coming, but it's exciting to see another one take the reins. And this one is so unique and specific too. It's from a movie soundtrack, and it's K-pop related. It's very different than anything we've seen in the past. So.
And the fact that, there was so much chatter for so long about 2025 as a dry year, there's no hits, everything's kind of just hanging on, it's a lot of carryover songs. I don't think, 2 months ago, 3 months ago, anybody would have seen Golden and the phenomenon of what K-pop Demon Hunters really has become as that thing that's gonna, move the conversation forward. And the fact that they're making history in the process, like Xander mentioned, things that we haven't seen in 2 decades, and opening new milestones for female groups in K-pop. I think that's just a very cool story that, we definitely really wouldn't have seen at the top of the year or even just a few weeks ago. So the fact that that's coming on, let's keep going.
Yeah, and I mean, it felt historic last week when it got to #1. Obviously, it falls to #2 this week, but I don't think it's over for Golden necessarily. I think it's very much in the race with Ordinary, with any song that's going to come out in the next few weeks. Like we were saying earlier, this movie is so hot. There's all of these other songs from the soundtrack on the chart. They're all moving up. So it seems like the momentum is still really there for this song.
I was gonna say, and I just thought about this, but could Golden be a contender for Song of the Summer, or is it too late?
It's a little too late, unfortunately. I mean, we're out here, about 2 weeks from Labor Day, so the contest is kind of wrapping up. You're gonna compete with the song Ordinary that was #1 for 10 weeks, so it's been, it's a cumulative race here at Billboard, so it goes every week from what you've done from Memorial Day all the way through. One of those things that, if both of these songs had been out at the same time and been, neck and neck, we would have had a really interesting race. But at this point, I mean, Ordinary, 10 weeks at #1, pretty much the entire song, the entire summer season. I mean, Golden would have to, quintuple what Alex Warren did in a week to make up that case. So, Song of the Fall?
Yeah,
could be.
Yeah, to be Song of the Summer, you kind of have to be released already at Memorial Day, or at least in the 2-3 weeks after. Otherwise, you've lost, a really big window to make up those points that would push you to #1.
Well, see, guys, that's why we have you come on. You have all the knowledge that we don't. Thank you so much for hanging out, and we'll do this again next week.
Yeah.
All right, see you then.
See you then.
All right, then. Until next time, running it down for you always, I'm Tetris Kelly for Billboard News.